winner takes all. You got the big talk, but nobody cares unless you walk the walk. Gotta aim high, stand tall. You better move fast, cause winner takes all. You got the big talk, but nobody cares unless you walk the walk. Gotta aim high, stand tall. You better move fast, cause winner takes all. Big talk. You got the big talk, but nobody cares unless you walk the walk. Gotta aim high, stand tall. You better move fast, cause winner takes all. You got the big talk, but nobody cares unless you walk the walk. Gotta aim high, stand tall. You better move fast, cause winner takes all. You got the big talk, but nobody cares unless you walk the walk. Gotta aim high, stand tall. You better move fast, cause winner takes all. You got the big talk, but nobody cares unless you walk the walk. You gotta aim high, stand tall. You better move fast, cause winner takes all. You got the big talk, but nobody cares unless you walk the walk. Gotta aim high, stand tall. You better move fast, cause winner takes all. You got the big talk, but nobody cares unless you walk the walk. Gotta aim high, stand tall. You better move fast, cause winner takes all. Big talk. You got the big talk, but nobody cares unless you walk the walk. Gotta aim high, stand tall. You better move fast, cause winner takes all. You got the big talk, but nobody cares unless you walk the walk. Gotta aim high.
Hello, my friend, and greetings. Hello, my friend, and greetings from the unit up in Cedar Falls. As Cedar Falls Community Television is excited to provide you with high school football. and greetings from the Unidome in Cedar Falls.
You got the
King
big
on
talk,
Cedar Rapids,
big
Kennedy in this
talk.
5A first round matchup as they meet for the second time in 3 weeks. We don't know what's going to happen, but we expect a good one. We'll be back with more right after this. This is Tiger Football on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Unless you walk the walk, you gotta aim high and stand tall. You better move fast, cause when it takes off.
Hello, my friend, and greetings from the Unidome in Cedar Falls as Cedar Falls Community Television is excited to provide you with high school football coverage. Tonight, it's a Class 5A first-round matchup as the Cedar Falls Tigers host the Cougars of Cedar Rapids County. Hi, everybody. Mark Simpson with you, along with the coach, John Yoko. And it's round 2, John, between these two Eastern Iowa heavyweights. Tigers won the first meeting. Hello, my friends, and greetings from the Unidome in Cedar Falls. Cedar Falls Community Television is excited to provide you with high school football coverage. Tonight, it's a Class 5A first.
You got the big talk, but nobody cares unless you walk the walk. Gotta aim high, stand tall. You better move fast, cause when it takes off, you got the big talk, but nobody cares unless you walk the walk. Gotta aim high, stand tall. You better move fast, cause when it takes off. You got
Cedar Falls Utilities wants to keep you and your family's CFU safe with another helpful safety tip. When working on your yard, be sure to call 811 before you dig. It's simple, free, and the law. Whether it's inches or feet, you never know for sure what's under that scoop of dirt. So call Iowa One Call at 811. They'll mark all buried utility lines on your property so you can safely dig and prevent a hazardous situation. Cedar Falls Utilities, bringing you the power of safe service.
There's two things we can control every morning when we wake up. All right, those two things don't take any athletic ability. It's attitude and effort. Let's get started here. Let's go. Let's have a day.
Cedar Falls Utilities wants to keep you and your family's CFU safe with another helpful safety tip. Natural gas is an efficient, safe, and clean-burning fuel used in most local homes and businesses. Since natural gas is colorless and odorless, CFU adds a rotten egg smell to make gas leaks easy to identify. If you smell gas or suspect a leak, leave the building and contact CFU right away. Call us at 319-268-5340 or 911. Cedar Falls Utilities, bringing you the power of safe service.
Oh, there's a fumble on the first play. Textbook tackle.
The other way.
Give him 6. And he does it again. Give him 6. Sioux Falls seniors here. Having fun at the Dome on this Friday night.
There's two things we can control every morning when we wake up. All right, those two things don't take any athletic ability. It's attitude and effort. Let's get started here. Let's go. Let's have a day.
Hello, my friend, and greetings from the Unidome in Cedar Falls, as Cedar Falls Community Television is excited to provide you with high school football coverage. Tonight, it's a Class 5A first-round matchup as the Cedar Falls Tigers host the Cougars of Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Hi, everybody. Mark Simpson with you, along with the coach, John Yoakum. And it's a round 2, John, between these two Eastern Iowa heavyweights. Tigers won the first meeting 17-14, and Cedar Falls will probably have to use the same type of game plan tonight if they hope to advance to the quarterfinals of the 5A playoffs coming up next week.
Exactly. The Tigers' recipe is playing good defense, running the football, field position battle. Can we have success doing that again tonight is the question.
We look at the final RPIs. for Class 5A. Cedar Falls coming in actually 9th, but they beat Cedar Rapids Kennedy in the head-to-head competition, so they leapfrog over the Cougars, coming in at number 8. Southeast Polk, the top-ranked team in the state with the highest RPI. We look at Class 5A Pod 1. That's where Cedar Falls is involved with. The winner of this game will take on the winner between Southeast Polk and Linmar next Friday night. Cedar Rapids Kennedy, very talented team. They lost their first 2 games, the second one a heartbreaker, but after that they went on a 5-game winning streak before the Tigers slowed them down 17-14, but they responded with a season-ending shutout win over Davenport North.
Lots of good playoff wins there. You know, Iowa City High and Bettendorf, just good playoff teams they beat along the way as well.
Made the Cougars some talented players. This is a guy to watch. Number 4, Cyrus Courtney, 61 receptions this year. He is a playmaker.
He's one of the top pass catchers for touchdowns in the state as well.
And throwing him the football is Vinny Gianforte, junior with over 2,000 yards passing, has thrown 24 touchdowns. He leads that high-powered offense as they average over 240 yards in the air. And then Calvin White, tremendous two-way player, awesome linebacker, but then you'll see him a lot in the red zone. He's scored 11 touchdowns this year from the fullback position.
He's kind of like the Swiss Army knife for the Cougars. He does it all, little offense, little defense. He scores in the red zone.
He's the son of the coach, Brian White. Now for Cedar Falls, up and down season, but after going 1-2, they won 5 of their last 6 games and ended the year strong.
You know, and with a close loss by 3 at Pleasant Valley, who's the number 3 seed. So really the Tigers are getting hot at the right time.
Cedar Falls, well, they have some pretty good players as well. Drew Gertis, he's a great two-way player as well. Mostly at linebacker, but he'll come in offensively for the Tigers. And last time these two teams met, he threw a key 44-yard pass.
Yeah, definitely unexpected. You know, you kind of catch him off guard there, but he can do it all as well.
And the Tigers, well, they have a disruptor on their defensive front. That's Drew Campbell, heading to the University of Iowa. He played a tremendous game against Kennedy in the first meeting.
Well, I feel like last time they tried to do kind of more one-on-one matchups with Brooks, and Brooks just couldn't handle him. So it'll be interesting to see what the adjustment is tonight.
Drew Campbell with 17 tackles for losses this year. Looking at the numbers, see Kennedy with the edge offensively, as they're averaging 35 points per ball game. And look at that, 254 yards through the air per ball game this season. Last 10 meetings, well, Tigers have won the last 2, including this year 17-14. And, well, the Cougars, this has been a tough place for them to win here at the Unidome over the years.
If I remember right, I think they've won once here, you know, in the past. But Tigers won 8 out of the last 10, trying to keep it going tonight.
So Cedar Falls taking on Cedar Rapids Kennedy in this 5A first-round matchup as they meet for the second time in 3 weeks. We don't know what's going to happen, but we expect a good one. We'll be back with more right after this. This is Tiger Football on Cedar Falls Community Television. And welcome back. Mark Simpson along with John Yoakum. We're at the Unidome for this Class 5A first-round playoff matchup. Cedar Falls versus Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Can the Tigers duplicate the type of game they had the first time these two met a couple of weeks ago? Cedar Falls winning a tense one, 17-14. There's Brad Remmert, the head coach for Cedar Falls. He's guided the Tigers to now 18 playoff trips in his 19 years as a head coach.
It's a pretty good record, Mark.
Cedar Falls all-time in the playoffs, 46-32. They're making their 34th all-time playoff appearance. Kennedy making their 23rd all-time playoff appearance. They are 20-22 in the postseason. There's Brian White, the head coach for Kennedy. We are underway. Short kick taken inside the 20. And plowing his way forward up to the 30-yard line is the return man. That's Trevor Scott, and we are ready to go here. Well, the Tigers defense, they were the story, John, last time these two teams met, and they're going to try to slow down that high-powered Cougar offense again. There you see the Tigers up front. They're anchored by Drew Campbell, the All-State defensive end. Tiger linebackers, Drew Curtis leads them in tackles. Nolan Plaguey with 3 interceptions this year. They come out throwing to Cyrus Courtney, makes the quick catch and runs out of bounds after about a 4 or 5 yard pickup.
You know, one thing I noticed here being a playoff game tonight, I see Logan Rowe playing defense already. You know, he has the talent to go both ways. He's played defense before, but he's already out there first series.
Logan Rowe, the 6 foot, 175-pound senior. Strong side to the left. They go out of the eye. And this is Scott looking for running room. Finds his seam. That's a first down run as he carries the ball just across the 40-yard line. And the Cougars pick up a first down on 2 plays.
Well, Kennedy wants to get right in behind Brooks there and just kind of let him run downhill.
Trevor Scott, Jacob Doyle, a big 1-2 punch for the Cougars, both with over 600 yards rushing. 4 receivers. Vinny Gianforte out of the shotgun, looking to his left. Dumps it out, and the quick catch, and accelerating up the field is Nick Woods. And Woods with a good gain on first down.
It was a nice move by him on the edge here. He kind of presses the edge and then cuts back upfield to get 6 or 7 yards.
Woods had 4 catches for 56 yards the first time these two teams met, as he led the receiving attack for the Cougars. Second down and 4. And they go with Scott, the battering ram, and falls forward just shy of the first down and brings up a 3rd and short. Cedar Falls defense this year gotten better as the year has progressed, giving up about 22 points per ball game. Cougars averaging 35.8 points a game.
As I said, that defensive front has kind of started out strong, and I thought the last time we played against Kennedy, the defensive backs really had made a lot of improvement.
3rd down and a yard out of the eye. And here comes Scott off the right side, over the tackle, still on his feet, and it takes several Tigers, including Logan Rowe and Nolan Plaguey, to take him down in Tiger territory. Cougars have a nice looking drive to open up this game.
Well, you can tell Kennedy wants to set that physical tone. They felt like maybe they got out physical, you know, by the Tigers last time. Today they want to set the tone.
Ball at the 37-yard line. So Trevor Scott running hard here in the first quarter. And they're going to go with the quarterback sneak, and Gianforte off the left side finds a little bit of a seam. And again, positive yards on first down for Kennedy.
Well, that's definitely a weapon. If your quarterback can run, it's just an added number. Use the tailback as a lead blocker, pick up 5 or 6 there on first down.
But he's really not a running quarterback, because on the year, of course, with sacks, 33 rushes, and he had minus 31 yards on the ground coming in.
He looked athletic on that play.
2nd down and 5. Opening drive for the Cougars. Getting deeper and deeper into Cedar Falls territory. Quick pass. This is McCrary with the catch down the sidelines, before he's pushed out of bounds by Colin Coonrod. And the Kennedy offense gets another first down.
But you see why it's so important to be able to run the ball, because that little play action holds the linebackers in tight. Be able to flip it out to the side, and that's an easy 5 or 6 yards pitch and catch.
Drive started at the Cougars 30-yard line. Now at the Cedar Falls 24. McCrary split wide to the left. Their big playmaker, Cyrus Courtney, to the right, out of the eye. Gianforte looking left. Pitch and catch. Caught by McCrary. Stiff arms. Makes a good move. Gets down the sidelines and near another first down.
You know, Kennedy's just taking their chances on the outside with their playmakers there. Make one guy miss, and you're able to get another 7 or 8 yards.
So they're just getting the wide receivers out in space and letting them do their thing.
Exactly, and that's why if you have to put an extra guy in the box to stop the run, and you have the athletes on the outside, you just flip it out there, make one guy miss. That's hard to deal with.
Now at the 16-yard line is Kennedy facing a 2nd down and 2. That big Cougar offensive line. So a lot of quick strikes to begin this opening drive. Here's Calvin White, their playmaker fullback, as he plows ahead for a 1st down.
It's interesting design there. They brought Brooks over from the left side to the right side, all the way over to almost the tight end position, and then run that quick trap.
Nick Brooks gets a lot of attention. 6'8", 325 pounds. He's a junior that's committed to the University of Iowa. And he is a mountain of a man. 1st and 10 now at the 13. Tigers trying to keep Cougars out of the end zone. Quick pass caught by Woods. Woods on his feet inside the 5 as takes a pair of Tigers to bring him down. On the stop for Cedar Falls, Drew Gertis, also getting help on the play from Caleb Whelan.
Well, Woods is doing a nice job of letting the Tigers kind of over pursue to a degree, and then he cuts up field and just makes a nice extra effort there to get some 7 or 8 yards there.
So it's 2nd down and 1. Ball resting at the Tigers' 4-yard line. Cougars trying to make a statement on this opening drive to begin this 5A first-round playoff game. Out of the eye. Here comes Scott, left side. Tigers slow him down as he's tackled right about the 2-yard line, bringing up a 1st and goal here for Kennedy.
And you'll see the Tigers are bringing in Jake Peters here. Add a little extra beef on that defensive line.
7:53 to go in the 1st quarter, and the Cougars get a 1st and goal right at the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
As Cougars and the Tigers both with 6-3 records on the year. This is usually Calvin White territory. Pitch to the right. Here comes Scott trying to turn the corner. Tigers can't get to him. He's able to get around and gets in for the touchdown. And Kennedy goes 70 yards and scores on their opening possession on a very impressive looking drive to begin the ball game.
I think you'd have to say Kennedy couldn't have drawn it up much better than that. I don't think they had a negative play mark on that whole drive. They kind of controlled the line of scrimmage. They made great decisions by throwing it to the edge and making our corners tackle in space and just marched right down the field.
That is the 9th touchdown in the air for Trevor Scott, senior running back. Extra point coming up here. This is Dylan Augustine, and that is good. And just like that, it's a 7-0 lead for Kennedy here at the Unidome.
Well, that's just how you draw it up. If you're Kennedy, you need the offense to respond here for the Tigers.
So,
you know, the thing I liked that Kennedy did was they kept getting it to their playmakers in space, forcing our defensive backs to kind of tackle one-on-one, which spreads your linebackers out, and then they countered that with nice power runs, and I just like the tempo Kennedy played with there. You know, you think you're running power there that last play, get all that power on the inside and then flip it to the outside, and great extra effort there on the edge by Scott.
Scott holding the ball out, hitting the pylon. That's a touchdown. Drew Gertis unable to contain him. And now the pressure on Cedar Falls. There's Drew Scott. Came into the game with 680 yards rushing, averaging 6.5 yards per carry. So Brad Remmert has to be concerned about the Cougars getting that touchdown, and they made it look easy. Kicking off is Augustine. Cedar Falls will have Caden Smith, Chase Gilbert back deep. And it's an end-over-end kick. Smith will take it at the 12. Middle of the field. He finds a seam. Caden Smith could be gone. One man to beat, and he's shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. No flags down, and what a return by senior Caden Smith.
There's a great wedge here set up by the kick team. You see Gertis, Rowe, and another play in there didn't quite get the number, but man, what a wedge they had set up, and Smith hits the hole hard and gets us all the way into Kennedy territory.
Dylan Augustine, the kicker, is able to just shove him out of bounds. So the ball spotted at the 34-yard line.
It looks like Smith almost ran out of gas there at the end. He's looking behind like somebody's got to be coming.
Tigers will have Tate Hermanson at quarterback. Drake Gelhaus, 702 yards rushing despite missing the first 3 games of the season. Korn Fuchman is the H-back or fullback. And the Tigers go with Gelhaus. Oh, and he lost the ball, and it looks like Kennedy recovers. Quick penetration by the Cougars. And just as they were handing off to Gelhaus, the Cougars come up with a really big play defensively to end the momentum Cedar Falls had after that long kickoff return.
Pretty sure it's B.J. Henry coming on a run blitz there, got right through the A-gap, hits Gelhaus right as he catches the ball, and a big play there by Kennedy.
So Cedar Falls, a costly turnover. And now Cougars back on offense after they just went 70 yards last time they had the football. So the pressure squarely on the Cedar Falls defense right now. 7:15 to go here in the first quarter. 2 receivers to either side. Gianforte. Then they give it to Woods on the jet sweep. Oh, the Tigers can't bring him down, and he picks up good yardage. Looks like they had him for a loss, and instead it's a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, we had him wrapped up here. You can see it. Get an arm around it, and once he breaks that tackle, all the momentum is flowing that direction. He just cuts it back across the grain, and good extra effort there.
2nd down, less than a yard. So everything positive right now for Cedar Rapids Kennedy. And here's, see if they'll take a gamble here with the 2nd down and less than a foot. They throw it out and making the catch. Good move. And it's Cyrus Courtney picking up the 1st down. Good shake and bake. And he runs into Tiger territory.
Yeah, that's definitely a big adjustment Kennedy made for this game. Is they're faking the runs up the middle and just throwing it to their playmakers on the edge and forcing the Tigers to tackle in space, and it's so hard to do right now.
Colin Coonrod looked like he was on roller skates there.
Yep.
They're trying to get the elusive Cyrus Courtney.
It's not really fair to be that big and that fast.
Ball spotted at the 49. Courtney 6'2", 195 pounds. They'll go straight ahead, and picking up good yardage again are the Cougars on the ground. And it's Doyle this time, Jacob Doyle. So he picks up nearly 9 yards. So Cedar Falls right now having a difficult time slowing down this Cougar offense, either through the air or on the ground. Cedar Falls kind of on their heels.
It feels like Kennedy's going downhill right now. That's just what it feels like on offense.
5:59 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers trailing 7-0, and the Cougars on the move following a fumble recovery. Up the middle, and it's another 1st down for Kennedy. There's Jacob Doyle. He's a 6'1", 205-pound junior. He's a bruiser.
As I say, I was going to describe him as a battering ram. Just going straight ahead, lower the shoulder pad level, and let it go.
Cedar Falls won the first meeting 17-14 a couple weeks ago. It's a game they led 7-0, 10-7 at the half. Built a 17-7 lead and then hung on. Quick pitch to the left. Here comes Scott. Tigers are able to string him out the first time with Drew Gertis shoving him out of bounds. Able to slow down this Kennedy offense.
Well, it's a big play here for the Tigers. Finally a negative play for Kennedy. Really got to make this stick and force a punt.
So Kennedy scored touchdown. Caden Smith with a long kickoff return. It was 1st and 10 at the 34, but in the Tigers' first play disaster was Henry breaking things up and forcing the fumble.
Well, it was like Henry was just taking a chance that that's what the play was going to be. He just jumped it and almost met the handoff.
Pierce McCrary split wide to the right. Courtney top of the field, play action. They're going to throw a little slant in. McCrary with the reception, and he's going to be tackled shy of the 1st down by about 3 yards. Good looking pass from Gianforte. Tigers were able to get some heat on him the first time. This McCrary.
It's a great catch by McCrary too. He fits it in the window, but it was kind of behind him a little bit and high, and watch him go get that.
It's his 24th catch of the year. He averages 17 yards a reception.
I could see why.
He's like Courtney.
Not
get
fair
him
to-
out in the space.
Exactly.
And if you're a defensive back, your heart stops trying to think about tackling him. Oh, and Gianforte slips, but able to recover, and looks like he has enough for the first down.
I think he's just short, Mark. I think he's about a half a yard short by where the officials have marked it.
So last time these two teams met, it was a fourth down play that the Tigers were able to stop Kennedy late in the game.
They also had the play where Brooks picked up the running back
Yeah.
like Superman and carried him about 10 yards.
So it's fourth down, less than a yard. Tough task for Cedar Falls to try to stop this big physical Cougars team. They have White at fullback. And they're going to go straight ahead, and it's going to be close, but it looks like he has enough.
Thought we close to getting him there right at the start, but that extra effort, kind of that spin and keeping the legs moving forward, got it for him.
Jacob Doyle picks up the needed yardage.
You can see him fall forward there.
Look at Nick Brooks kind of falling into him at the end of the play. Brooks, that 6'8" guy with the nice little shove there.
We could stop 200 pounds, but you add the 383 in there,
Yeah.
600 is probably too much to handle.
Gianforte calls his own number, and the quarterback stopped after just a couple. Second time they've run their QB. Again, not known as a running quarterback.
Could be a new wrinkle for the playoffs, you know, if we're not expecting it, but he moves well.
Second down and 8, ball at the 26. First quarter dominated by the visitors from Cedar Rapids Kennedy. They lead 7-0 and driving again just outside the red zone. Cougars offense this year averaging 429 yards per game. And out of the backfield comes Doyle. They're going to throw it out. This is Courtney. Slips past one tackler, carrying a Cedar Falls player down to the 15. And Cedar Falls has no answer right now for this Cougar offense that is methodically moving down the football field.
But one of our biggest problems right now is I feel like the first guy is not able to bring down the Cougar ball carrier or receiver on almost every play, and we've got to make those tackles.
Cougars have only won one time here at in Cedar Falls. They had to go back to 1998.
I thought it was like 92 or something like that, but could be wrong.
Back to pass, and Gianforte chased out of the pocket, has some running room. He takes off, and the Tigers get to him quickly. And Coonrod, linebacker for Cedar Falls, forces him out of bounds after a short gain. 2:18 shows on the clock, remaining here in quarter number 1.
It'll be almost the whole first quarter with us only one play on offense.
So what are they doing to Drew Campbell right now? John, have you noticed that? He was a really thorn in the side of Kennedy the first meeting.
Well, it appears that he's going on the same side as Brooks most of the time, but the advantage we got last time was we get it a 3rd and long and they'd move him into a different position, defensive tackler, and move him around, and right now he's almost always matched up with Brooks.
Second down and 9, looking to his left, quick strike right on the target to Harris, and Devarian Harris is tossed down of bounds. It's a short gain on the play. Chase Gilbert from his cornerback position makes a stop for CF.
3rd and 5 here, big play for the Tigers. Need to force a 4th down here. Make them make a decision.
Clock ticking away here in this first quarter. Cougars trying to take advantage of a turnover by Cedar Falls. Tigers have only run one offensive play here in this first quarter. That defense has to be getting a little bit gassed right now. So the Tigers trying to come up with a big stop here on 3rd down and 5. They're going to keep the ball on the ground, and
Nothing
Tigers
doing.
able to plug up the middle. And now it's going to bring up 4th down. Will they bring in the field goal unit with Dylan Augustine? Yes, they will.
Looked like Jake Peters got in there.
So Augustine, he's 3 for 4
Yep.
this year. And his long is from 42 yards out. This ball spotted at the 11. So let's call this about a 28-yard field goal.
I just noticed that White's the long snapper too. He does it
Yeah,
all.
he does not leave the field. Augustine, a senior. Good snap. Kick appears to be good, and it is. And it's Kennedy up 10-0. 28-yard field goal from senior Dylan Augustine with 53 seconds to go here in quarter number 1.
Well, we needed to get a stop there. At least it wasn't a touchdown, and hopefully the offense can get something going here on this drive.
Psychologically, how Cedar Falls recover from this fast start by Kennedy?
Well, he definitely took a big punch from Kennedy there. The best thing we could have is a couple first downs to let our defense gather themselves. They've been out there for about 10 or 11 minutes in this first quarter. You've got to give them a break. You got to give them a chance to make adjustments. We'd love to see the offense move the ball here.
So that, well, it's a first night of the round of 16 here in this high school playoffs across the state. This is a 5A first round contest. Tigers and the Cougars both trying to work their way into the quarterfinals. The winner will take on the winner between Southeast Polk and Linn-Mar next Friday night.
A lot of great matchups there.
Short kickoff, and it's going to be Gilbert with the return. Chase Gilbert takes the ball, 35. So here comes Cedar Falls on offense.
Pretty good field position again here.
Cedar Falls is 4-0 all time against Kennedy in the playoffs coming into this game. Including the last meeting would have been in the second round back in 2012. Tigers won 35-15. Hermanson, senior quarterback. He's under center. Tate, good pitch, good hole for Gelhaus and Drake Gelhaus. That's a nice first down run for Cedar Falls.
Good start there. I like the fact they go right back to him there off the fumble. Get it right back out to him. Good play design. Get it to him on the outside. Good block there by Fukman on the edge.
That fumble caused by Henry was more kind of disrupted.
It was a handoff. Yeah,
exchange.
it was as the handoff was coming. It was almost like he knew what was coming.
Gelhaus has been pretty sure-handed during his good career here at Cedar Falls. First and 10, ball to 46. Strong side to the left. Tigers will go the opposite way in the counter, and it's a no gain for Drake Gelhaus this time.
And the counter sometimes takes some time to develop, and Kennedy was just so tight to the line of scrimmage there. Wasn't enough time to get that play going.
Now Kennedy run that 3-4 defense where they use kind of that hybrid, we call it. Owen Anderson, kind of a defensive back, linebacker.
Yeah, it's like a 3-5 where they try to get the 3 down linemen to take up all the offensive linemen, and then you let your athletes run and make plays.
Second down and 10. Ball near midfield. Final play of the first quarter. Hermanson's going to throw. Airs it out. And it's caught. Logan Rowe. And that looks like to be a first down. It's a positive way to end the first quarter. But it's Kennedy looking sharp after the first 12 minutes of action here at the Unidome as they have a 10-0 lead over the home team, the Cedar Falls Tigers. And we'll be back with more Cedar Falls football right after this on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Good. Good sportsmanship is also showing high character and accountability, doing what is right and setting a good example not only on the court but in the classroom as well.
Tonight's game brought to you by Witham Auto Center. Everything we do is driven by you. Located on South Main Street in Cedar Falls with additional locations in Waterloo and LaPorte City. Witham Auto Center is a proud supporter of the Cedar Falls Tigers. Find your next vehicle in person or online at withamauto.com. Mark Simpson along with John Yoakum. We're at the Unidome. Cedar Falls trailing 10-0. As members of the Cedar Falls cross country team, they took second today in the state cross country meet held in Fort Dodge. Jaden Merrick, sophomore, he took second individually. So very good performance.
They're probably wondering where all that nice weather went. This morning they had to run in that.
Sure is the coldest event they've run in this season. So after that completion to Logan Rowe, the Tigers now at the 43-yard line of Cedar Rapids Kennedy. As we open up quarter number 2, quick pitch to the right, and Gelhaus refusing to go down, and good gain on first down, maybe 4 or 5 yards.
He kind of ran through that tackle there and sets up second and about 6 here.
Cedar Falls averaging 315 yards per game, predominantly on the ground. They average 201 yards. Drake Gelhaus.
I like the play they ran at the end of the first quarter there. That play action to Rowe would be there all day.
Drake Gelhaus is their leading ground gainer, coming in with 702. Here he goes again, up the middle, running hard, and Gelhaus will be about 2 yards short of the first down. Cedar Falls has a very good offensive line. Jake Peters, he's committed to the University of Nebraska. And Will Tompkins, the other tackle, getting a lot of offers, including this week from the University of Tennessee. He's also received offers from Iowa State and Iowa.
You've got Colt off, a 3-year starter there at center.
Third down, 3. Strong side to the right. In motion, Kai Smith, the tight end. Tigers go with Gelhaus. First down and more as he powers his way up to the 25-yard line. So the Tigers have something going. Ryan Bartles, the free safety, with the stop.
That's blocked by Hayden Bishop, number 78. Watch him. He just crunched the guy right there at the point of attack, crumpled the guy.
Kennedy scoring on a 2-yard run from Trevor Scott, and then they got a 28-yard field goal from Dylan Augustine. They lead by a count of 10-0. Tigers, though, their best drive of the game. But going down hard. That's going to be a face mask, I think, as it looked like Hermanson had his head jerked back.
It looked like he threw it before the face mask happened, though. It might have been a holding on the edge or something, but
making the stop that time.
Looks like a legal procedure set penalty.
Oh, so it's going to be on the Tigers.
And they're asking the Kennedy coaching staff if they want to take the penalty or not. They are going to take the penalty. So 1st and 15 here.
Now watch the play. Well, maybe just it looked like the face mask.
It looked bad because he took such a big shot and he kind of tackled him high, but
got him right underneath that face mask.
Yeah, that's a way to get teams away from running the option, is to hit the quarterback. That's what I always tell my defensive end. No matter what happens in the option, hit the quarterback.
Power side to the right. Now it's a 1st and 15. Ball goes back to the 31. Cedar Falls is going to throw.
Draw.
Oh, it's a draw play. Look at Gelhaus.
Big opening.
And he'll take it across the 20s and all the way down to the 17-yard line near the first down marker.
Good blocking up front. You can see the hole that's there, and Drake makes one move there and just runs over the safety. If you're the safety, that's not what you want to see coming, as Gelhaus with a head of steam.
2nd down and 1. 14 yards on that run by Drake Gelhaus. Last year rushed for over 1,400 yards. Slowed down, missing the first 3 games of this season. Recovering from an injury suffered during fall camp. Still with over 700 yards rushing coming in. Look at that pack side to the right. Tigers run the other way with Gelhaus, and Drake refusing to go down. It's going to be a 1st and goal for Cedar Falls as they get all the way to the 8-yard line. As senior Drake Gelhaus finding a nice hole off that left side of the line of scrimmage on the counter.
There's the counter play they like to run, and you talked about him missing a few games. It could be his legs are fresher, at the end of the year than maybe they typically would be. So hopefully it could be a good thing here.
Corn Fuchman with a strong block from that H-back position. So Cedar Falls desperately trying to get in the end zone, get back in this ball game. Hermanson rolling out to his right, has a receiver open, but overthrows the intended receiver, and it goes incomplete. Will Remmert was open, but the pass just too high for him to bring down.
You know, I think if you ask both guys would love that chance again. I think Remmer would think, you know, I could probably get that for you. And I think Hermanson would say I probably could put it a little bit better on him, but it was a great design there for the play. Use that play action and get him in space. You got Corbett down here on the bottom of the field. Could be a jump ball.
Corbett, he caught a touchdown pass. First time these two teams met. Gelhaus up the middle and stopped at the 5-yard line.
You know, and sometimes on plays like that where they want to run power, they'll bring Corbett out here just to see how they're going to defend it so they can come back to it later.
Trey Potter with the stop for Kennedy. So it's 3rd and goal from the 5. I think the Tigers would be disappointed if they can't get the ball into the end zone on this drive.
It's such a big play here because if you get down to the 1 or 2, you might be able to go for it, but
under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Tigers down by 10. Strong side left. Cedar Falls goes with Gelhaus up the middle. Second effort. Give him 6.
What an effort by Gelhaus here. He absolutely runs over Ryan Bartles at the end of this play. Watch this. Number 24. Boom. I'm going to go right into the end zone right here, Mark. You're not going to stop me at the 1.
So the
Tigers. I think Drake should apologize to him there at the end zone there at the end of that play.
Well, Cedar Falls back in this ball game.
That's exactly what we needed, Mark. The offense has a nice, long, sustained drive. Gives the defense a chance to gather their breath here, and looks like we've got a ball game here, Mark.
Cale Harms, the fine sophomore kicker for the Tigers, boots it through. He stays perfect on the season, and it's 10-7. Gelhaus getting into the end zone for the 9th time this season. That's a 5-yard run. It's a 65-yard drive for the Tigers.
That's a nice draw play there, that big play when we got the penalty on 1st down, and the counter here. You notice he just carries guys with him. This is my favorite run right here, Mark. Boom! Just runs him over. He gets to the 1, you're not going to stop him.
At the end of the play, Will Tompkins was pushing somebody out of the end zone.
I've seen a few of those blocks. Peter's usually good for a couple of those during the game as well.
So the Tigers will be kicking off now.
Well, you kind of took that first punch from Kennedy. You knew they're going to be frustrated off the last loss, and they know the history here in the Dome, and they came out fired up, and now we've kind of settled in. Both sides have done some good things, and we'll see how it goes from here.
Last time, Trevor Scott had a very long return a couple weeks ago when these two teams met. Scott, one of the deep men back.
They appear to be kind of almost pooch kicking it, just kind of keeping it away from him. Directional kicking.
Ball's going to be taken at the 16. Looking for running room, and he gets around the end. And this is Scott. There he goes. 35-40. And finally pushed out a play by Cale Harms, who sacrifices his body. And it's a good return by Kennedy up to the 45-yard line.
You know, that's their starting tailback, so it's not like that's a bad option to get the football to. And
watch Cale Harms here.
Good effort, gets him out of bounds. But you're probably not going to enjoy that.
Both kickers have had to make a stop here in the first half, as Dylan Augustine had to take down Caden Smith when he had that long return in the first quarter. Gianforte under center. Grant Mather, the tight end, moves to the right. And here comes Scott, immediately brought down. That's a good play by Cedar Falls, Andrew Lageschulte.
You know, I've almost never seen that before, where the defensive linemen shift with the offensive lineman. It was both defensive ends shift and both defensive tackles shift, but they obviously know the matchups they want.
2nd and 10, no gain on the play. Tiger defense, maybe they have a chance to kind of regroup after
they gather
that
themselves and kind of figure out what's going on.
Make some adjustments. That very wise coaching staff for Cedar Falls. Out of the gun now, Gianforte. He's going to look to his left, and they throw it to Courtney. Courtney this time slowed down at the line of scrimmage, breaks tackles, down the sidelines he goes, still on his feet, cuts up the field. He's at the 15, running across the field. Can he find the end zone? And Logan Rowe able to push him out of bounds at the 1. And it's a huge play for the Cougars as Cyrus Courtney showing what a playmaker he is.
This has been the story of the first half so far. The Kennedy playmakers on the edge, breaking tackles. Yeah, that's just a great individual play by Courtney. I mean, you can't do anything about that.
43 yards as they go all the way to the 2. Well, Brad Remmert said the first time they met, they were able to contain Courtney for the most part. Did catch a touchdown pass, but that's just, you mentioned, John, just tremendous individual effort.
Like you can see why Kennedy averages 36 points a game. I mean, that offense is explosive.
Coonrod unable to wrap him up, and Courtney then explodes. Watch this play again.
Well, the thing is Coonrod's been one of our most physical tacklers all year. I mean, that's the guy you'd want right there. And Henderson or Courtney's just an athlete there. Yeah, Leggy Schulte was trying to chase him down. That's great effort from the defensive tackle.
So it's a timeout taken by Kennedy, their first. So the Cougars with a tremendous response after that Cedar Falls touchdown. So they try to take a 10-point lead again.
I think Kennedy might have had 12 guys in the huddle. And rather than get a 5-yard penalty, I think they called that timeout.
Cedar Falls defense hoping to make a goal line stand. That's a hard thing to do with how big Kennedy is. And Brad Remmert pacing the sidelines right now.
Well, you know what, our defense has been our strength for most of the year, and it's with Kennedy moving the ball like this, might be a shootout tonight, Mark, if we're going to be in it.
Yeah, the long kickoff return, the long pass play, and now running hard up the middle is Trevor Scott. Gains a yard. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1.
We might have stopped him at the 2. I don't know if he gained any yards there.
The 14 points the Cougars scored in the first meeting, that was the fewest points they scored in a game all season long. Well, look at that. Maybe he didn't. No gain on the play. So it's.
I think it's so tough is you have to stack up so much to stop that, and if they go anything outside.
Look out. Courtney split wide to the right. This is where they like to use Calvin White. There he goes. Puts his head down and pushed, and no indication yet. There, touchdown.
Well, that's a really late signal, but
Calvin
must have been
White.
a second effort to get in.
This is his 12th offensive touchdown on the season.
Look like Gertis is trying to cause a fumble. They rip it out.
So the big pass play to Courtney, followed by that very strong kickoff return by Trevor Scott. And just like that, the Cougars back on top by 10. Well, 9 right now. It's Augustine trying for the point after. Up and, oh, he shanks it. No good.
Nice touch there, Mark, with the up by 10 to jinx the kicker move.
So it's 16-7.
Oh, man.
Just the 3rd miss of the year for Augustine.
It's like a Wild Thing, just a bit outside. There you go.
So let's see if that comes back to play a big factor in this ball game with 5:56 to go here in the first half.
Some recaps here from this drive, the big return.
This is Trevor Scott taking it up to the 45. And this was on 2nd down. As Courtney made the catch, shed a couple of tackles.
Tight ropes it and then cuts all the way back across the field. And
nearly got in. You got to credit Logan Rowe.
You know, I think he felt like if there was an official right on the pylon, he might have been in.
And then finding his way in is Calvin White from 2 yards out. Calvin White, who never leaves the field. His father is the head coach, Brian White. And he's not just playing because he's the coach's son. He is a player.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
He is. He's also scored a touchdown defensively this year. So he is There's a short pooch kick. Oh, and it goes out of bounds. So there's going to be a penalty flag, and Cedar Falls will get good field position out of this.
Doing the extra point in that kick.
Yeah, rough sequence here for Augustine. Ryan White, he's in his 9th year as the head coach.
They obviously
pleased with that.
Exactly. They didn't want to do that, obviously. They didn't want to kick it deep to Smith. They want a directional kick it, but he obviously doesn't want to put the ball at that position.
Ryan's been the head coach for 9 years. He was a defensive coordinator for 8 years. Spent 11 years at Cedar Rapids, Washington. And this is the 9th time Kennedy's in the playoffs with him as the head coach. They were the state runners-up in 2015, made the semis in 2019.
15 is when Sean Byer, that tight end that went to Iowa, was one of their stars.
Yeah, they had a really good team that year. Pressure back on that Cedar Falls offense, and Gelhaus drilled right at the line of scrimmage. Sam Adams, the weak side linebacker, with the tackle.
Looked like the Cougars just had more numbers than we had in the box there, and Adams came untouched and made the tackle.
Well, Cedar Falls able to get a yard out of the play. 2nd down and 9 coming up. 16-7. Cedar Falls down by 9. Tigers have all 3 timeouts. Fuchman in motion to the right. Hermanson, roll out right. Has time, throws it near sidelines, can't make the catch. As a pass, unable to bring it down is Logan Rowe. So I think Hermanson had a little bit more time to set up and throw there, but he really would have to thread the needle.
That's good coverage there by Kennedy. 3rd and long here for the Tigers.
This is a huge play for Cedar Falls here. Down by 9 in the way Kennedy has moved the ball offensively.
Some confusion there for the Tigers.
Hermanson going to pass. They're going to dump it out and make a nice one-handed catch as Caden Smith, but he is forced out of bounds. That's a good defensive play, and only a short gain is Trevor Scott with the good defense. And now it's a 4th down and 6. Cedar Falls is going to have to punt the ball.
The Tigers are running 4 verticals to get everyone cleared out and then try to flip it out in the flat to Smith.
This is Toby Julian McCleary, averaging 31 yards a punt this year. Good snap. And kicking away from the return man. Oh, it takes a good Tiger roll inside the 10 and stopped at the 6-yard line.
Is that one of those illegal fair catch symbols, Mark, or is it too soon for that?
What do you mean?
I'll just let it go. I don't want to get you. You're a Gopher fan. I don't want to get all worked up here. But
it was law and order by the Big Ten officials last week. So the ball spotted at the 6-yard line. Here comes Kennedy now. This is their worst starting field position. First time these 2 teams met, it was a fumble right before the end of the first half, led to a Tiger field goal. They took a 10-7 lead at halftime. Turned out to be a huge play in the game.
He'd love to get a 3 and out here and get the ball back for the offense.
And up the middle. Look
There's
at the
just
running
too much room there.
And look at Doyle spinning, still on his feet, punishing players. That's a 1st down run.
Doyle's like, I could go out of bounds, but I'm not going to. I'm going to spin to stay in play and hit somebody else.
Look at this.
Seeing it right to the edge, he goes, I could go out of bounds, but nope, I get to hit one more person.
Ball at the 19, so just like that, Cougars get out of that hole. So Kennedy, they average 429 yards per game, and their offense is clicking tonight. The Tiger defense, kind of the strength of this squad, has had a hard time slowing them down. The Cougars have scored on all 3 possessions here in the first half. And there's Doyle. This time he's tripped up. That's Drew Campbell coming up with the stop. Campbell has had a tremendous career here at Cedar Falls.
Kennedy's using motion there to get numbers on their side, and Lucky for us, Doyle kind of just trips, falls down there.
May have got tripped up by his own man,
McCrary,
McCrary, the wideout blocking there. Second down, 6, ball to 23. Clock rolling, 4:20 to go here in the first half. Cougars missed an extra point. They lead 16-7. Gianforte gives it off, and look at Doyle following his blockers up middle of the field, and off he goes. Could he go all the way? 40, 30 down the sidelines. Tigers can't bring him down, and it's going to be a 1st and goal. And it has been all Kennedy here in the first half.
Kennedy has run through a lot of tackles today. Looks like we've had him bottled up a couple times, and he makes one guy miss and cuts back across the grain, and we didn't have him contained, and he's off to the races.
Huge play as Jacob Doyle, the battering ram, and right now Kennedy has the Tigers on the ropes here with 3:55 to go here in the first half. So they're going to put McCrary and Wood split wide to the right, Harris and Courtney to the left. Gianforte looking left, throws it, and receiver falls down. Harris, he wanted a pass interference. Nothing called, and it's 2nd down and goal.
You know, the way that they've been running the ball, I'm surprised they put that one up in the air. And that was kind of in harm's way. Keys was right there.
Ball spotted at the 7-yard line. Well, yeah, the way Doyle and Scott have been very effective rushing the football. I would just
pound it till they stop it.
Pound and ground. 3:52 shows on the clock. Cougars trying to score again on their 4th possession here in the first half.
They've done this quite a bit. They put Logan Johnson in the backfield.
Roll out right. Campbell applying some pressure on Gianforte just as he releases the football. Incomplete.
Another big down here. Keep it a 2-score game. That pressure by Campbell forces a bad throw.
Yeah, the Tigers can hold here, and then Augustine just missed an extra point.
That's true.
Might be in the back of his mind, but the Cougars, they have shown they have had all the answers, it seems like, here in this first half.
They're running down and take a timeout here.
So this will be their 2nd timeout. Gianforte, the first time they met, he was 18 of 29 for 194 yards, 1 touchdown, threw a couple picks, including a costly one in the end zone in the 4th quarter that the Tigers were able to keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, he had a couple of questionable throws the last game, but the only one that was even close to that today was the first pass on 1st and goal where the receiver fell down.
Let's look at the run by Doyle. Jacob Doyle. And the big man showing some wheels once he got out to the defensive secondary.
He's kind of running out of gas here.
Logan Rowe's getting tired of pushing people out of bounds here as being the last Tiger to stop these Cougars. Remember, he was the one that pushed Courtney out at the 2-yard line.
He's had to run a long ways tonight.
So 5A first-round playoff matchup here at the Dome, and it's been a house of horrors for Kennedy over the year. The Unidome against Cedar Falls, as the Tigers have dominated, only losing once to Kennedy in their long rivalry. But look at Kennedy. They're up 16-7. They face a 3rd and goal to Tigers 7. Let's see what Coach Brian White and the Cougars come up with.
They've got trips to the short side here.
Gianforte looking left, lobs it into the corner for Courtney, overthrows him, incomplete. So the Tiger defense forces a 4th and goal, and they're going to bring out the kicker. So
it's very fortunate. Just didn't give Courtney a chance. Courtney didn't even jump for it. He goes, no chance on that one.
Chase Gilbert, cornerback, the coverage for Cedar Falls. So, he missed the extra point, and he had that bad kickoff as well. So see if the Dylan Augustine, how he fares here. This will be a 24-yard attempt. It's almost like an extra point, and it's up and good. But still just a
two-score game.
Yeah, two-possession game. And so Cedar Falls has 3:39 remaining here in the first half. Still all 3 timeouts.
Exactly. If you could find a way to get down the field and score, you're right back in it, and you get the ball back at the start of the second half. Big drive here for the Tigers.
So 19-7. Tigers would love to get a long kickoff return like they did with Caden Smith earlier in this first half. And our broadcast tonight brought to you by Cedar Falls CFU Cable, your home for Cedar Falls Tigers sports in Cedar Falls. Coverage of this event is made possible by CFU Cable subscribers. For more information, go to cfu.net. Hope you're enjoying our coverage. Mark Simpson with John Yoakum. We're at the Dome. Oh, it's a long kickoff. Caden Smith take it inside the 10. Middle of the field is open again. And he quickly accelerates. He gets all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Good starting position again here for the Tigers. You know, I think Rose played more defense today than he has most of the season. It'll be interesting to see how that affects him offensively, because he's been our biggest weapon on the outside too.
Well, the Tigers, boy, do you say it's a must-score situation here, John?
You can't with the defense we have and getting the ball first in the second half, but it would be a very nice to score.
They go with Gelhaus, their workhorse this season. Short gain, not a yard. This is the part, though. Cedar Falls not built to come from behind. They're, like to use that.
Yeah, and you use
bruising
that
running game, and then have their
field
defense.
Position and play good defense and kind of just strangle out the clock there.
Clock rolling, 3:06 remaining here in the first half, 2nd and 7. They're going to keep it on the ground with Gelhaus. Fuchman with a nice block to spring Drake and all the way near midfield.
Great run there by Drake. It's set up by him making the first guy miss. A good block here on the edge to get the kick out, but Drake makes the first tackle and miss. Sam Adams is not able to make the play.
There's Corn Fuchman, the 6 foot, 210-pound senior H-back. He has really played well this season. 1st and 10, ball at the 49. Hermanson. They go right up the middle, quick hitter, and Kennedy reads that well. So you got the tackle. It might have been Calvin White.
Coach Remmer wants timeout, I believe.
2:27 shows on the clock. Cedar Falls uses their first timeout.
Still plenty of time here.
So again, the winner of this game will take on the winner between Southeast Polk and Linmar.
It's most likely Southeast Polk, but you never know. Linmar's been playing great. They just went to Bettendorf and beat them pretty bad last week, so you just never know.
Tigers beat Linmar earlier in the year in a game at the Unidome. Southeast Polk, the defending state champs. Always an exciting time here in the state of Iowa with high school football playoffs. All the teams wanting to get here to the Dome. All the semifinals and championship games, of course, take place in this vaunted facility. Cedar Falls next year going to be playing outside. So on a cold night like tonight, John, we'll be wearing long underwear.
We'll be roughing it out there, Mark.
We'll be at the new facility, the new stadium, next to the new high school. Looking excited for that. Oh, the Tigers have a new quarterback. Leighton Wolf is the signal caller, the 6'5" sophomore. Remmert is in motion, and Wolf throws it over the middle and underthrows Remmert. There was pressure on Leighton, and he's slow getting up.
They took a shot there. They're trying to get Remmer in motion to kind of get him running downhill. And trying to slip it over the linebackers here. Wolf just has to get rid of it.
So the pressure causing the incomplete pass. Play clock at 18 seconds. It's a 3rd and 9. Ball at the 50. Wolf throws it. It's going to be caught, and Smith makes the catch.
Oh, that's a terrible spot. That's a terrible spot.
They're going to be a yard short of the first down. Looked like he had it.
It was way better than that. At least from my, I mean, we're sitting right above it, perfect right across the field. It looked like he got a little bit farther than that, but easily. They marked him at the 42. His foot was easily at the 41.
So Tigers going for it. 4th down and 1. Huge play. 2:18 remaining here in the first half. Tigers need to convert this. And now a timeout taken by Kennedy. They'll spend their final timeout.
This is where if you have a 3-man front, if you have a quarterback that just kind of read the gap, you hope you can get a yard or half a yard there. I'd expect to see Kennedy to put more guys on the offensive line or send some linebackers.
Needless to say, this is a real momentum changer for either team right now.
Yeah, if the Tigers, you can get a first down and find a way to score. You go into half down 1 score, feeling great. If you don't get this and Kennedy gets the ball, you've seen what they can do. 2:18 is plenty of time for them to go down the field.
So the final Radio Iowa 5A rankings at Cedar Falls, number 6. Kennedy right behind at number 7. Southeast Polk, number 1 in the state. As it looks like the Des Moines metro area is going to be
well represented.
Yeah, kind of the teams to beat heading into the postseason. In the Des Moines Register Class 5A top 10 rankings, and Kennedy at 6 and Cedar Falls number 8. These two highly ranked teams meeting here in this 5A first round playoff matchup. Here we go. 4th down and 1. Back in the ball game at quarterback is Hermanson. Calls his own number. He'll pick up the first down and able to get out of bounds. Nifty run by senior Tate Hermanson.
That's such a gutsy play call. I mean, you need a yard, but you trust your quarterback to get to the outside, get the first down, and stop the clock.
They're going to keep Wolf now back in the ball game. Leighton Wolf, 6'5", 185-pound sophomore.
We also noticed they got Courtney in here on defense as well to kind of guard Corbett.
So Wolf is going to throw. Oh, there's airs it over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted, and coming back the other way. Here's Kennedy, and tripped up at the 35. Second turnover for Cedar Falls. Brian Bartles, the free safety, coming up with the interception. So another Tiger drive.
Well, you can see that's a
ended shortly, ended because of the turnover.
Great play by Bartles. He kind of sat back and tried to read the quarterback's eyes, and once he recognized that route, he jumped in front of it, and a great individual play by Bartles.
So that's the 4th interception thrown by Leighton Wolf this year. And now Kennedy, they have 2:04 to work with this high-powered offense. Tigers got to wrap up. They've been sloppy trying to tackle here in this first half. And bringing them down is Lagus Schulte.
Nice thing is Kennedy doesn't have any timeouts left, I believe. So
Andrew Lagus Schulte with the tackle after a 2-yard pickup. Clock rolling, 1:42 to go. Kennedy up 19-7.
Looks like they're slowing it down a little bit here just to make sure they don't want to give the ball back to Cedar Falls in a turnover or anything like that. So I think I just saw the coach tell them to take their time running this play.
Kennedy has scored in all 4 possessions prior to this series here in this first half. Courtney in motion. Quick pitch out to the right. Here's Trevor Scott. Tigers in pursuit. He's angled out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:15 to go. So this brings up a 3rd and long. If the Tigers can hold here, they might have a chance to get the ball one more time here before the end of the first half. Now it's a 3rd down and 7.
I'd expect Kennedy to run something here between the tackles.
Kennedy has never beaten the Tigers in the postseason. They're 0-4 John, you're right. The only time Cedar Falls lost to Kennedy here at Cedar Falls was in '92.
And that's because Longnecker knew that a couple weeks ago, so that's...
Up the middle, Scott, second effort, spins his way. Gonna be short of the first down by about 2 yards.
I'm interested to see if Cedar Falls wants to take a timeout here. Or just let it run out.
Clock's at a minute. It's gonna be fourth down. And I think they're gonna keep the off. No, they're gonna bring the punting unit in there. Nick Woods is the punter.
You know, I think Coach Remmert wanted to see what they were gonna do, cards they were gonna play, and once he saw they were gonna punt, stop the clock, and I agree. You gotta take some chances here.
19-7. Tigers will get the ball to begin the second half. So the frustrating first 2 quarters so far for Cedar Falls. They've been unable to stop this powerful Kennedy offense, and they've shot themselves in the foot with a couple of turnovers in Kennedy, well, on the Kennedy side of the football field.
Yeah, you know, the first play of the game and then a pick there, and we've had our chances. That's why, you know, the game's not out of hand yet.
Tigers also helped by a missed extra point. So here's Nick Woods, averaging 40 yards per punt this season. He's standing at the 30-yard line. Tigers could use a mistake here on special teams.
Oh!
No, it's a high kick,
yes.
Ball loose, and Woods running
Wrap
for
him
his
up.
life, and the Tigers bring him down at the 20-yard line.
Huge play. Tigers got one timeout, 45 seconds left here. A score would be huge.
How many times the special teams
Makes a huge
make
difference.
big plays in big games?
Missed extra point, the kick out of bounds, the bad snap there on the punt.
And now it's the Tigers needing to take advantage of this.
You know, I think sometimes in the regular season they might not call a timeout and kind of let the clock go. But in a situation like this, you got to get this score.
Hermanson, the senior, back in at quarterback. He's going to be under center. Tigers have one timeout remaining. He's going to throw. Airs it deep in the corner. Overthrows Corbett by several yards. Good coverage on the play by Jamari Benson.
You know, it'd be interesting if we're able to go back to a play like that. Kai Smith appeared to be wide open on a seam because Rowe gets so much attention and Corbett gets so much attention. If you could do that again, you've got Kai open in the middle of the field. He's a big target at about 6'7", 6'6".
Kai is the tight end.
He was wide open.
Kai coming in after Ethan Beneke was injured and lost for the season. Pitch, Gilhouse running towards the sidelines, trying to get out of bounds. And does he? Yes. Stops the clock, 36 seconds to go. It's going to be third down, though, coming up for the Tigers, 3rd and 5.
But the nice thing about that is him getting out of bounds allows you to throw the ball over the middle and still use your timeout. So the whole field is open right here for the Tigers.
Owen Anderson with the tackle for the Cougars. He had a strong performance first time these two teams met. 3rd and 5, ball at 17. Clock will stop on a first down. Roll out to the right. Hermanson under pressure. He's going to go down. They lose yards, and they're going to have to use a timeout here. Disaster. So Tigers can't even get an incomplete pass to stop the clock.
I think they're going to kick the field goal here.
So this will be, ball's at the 22, so this will be a 39-yarder here coming up here for the sophomore for the Tigers, Cale Harms. He's 4 for 4 in the year. His longest is 37.
But part of me makes me think that he's going to go for it because he called the timeout. If you're going to kick the field goal, you'd probably run it down and kick it as the last play. You know, if you're going to go for it, you're on 4th down, you still want some time left in case you get a first down but not a touchdown.
Well, the Tigers got a big break as the snap to the punter, Nick Woods, over his head, giving Cedar Falls the great field position. And
they're going to kick it.
Harms coming in. Well, this is his most pressure-packed field goal attempt of the season.
Got to have a good snap, good hold.
Harms, plenty of leg, and it is going to
look good.
Oh, it's good. 39-yarder. Mr. Perfect, Cale Harms, as he boots it from 39. He's 5 for 5 now in field goal attempts. What a big play that is. Let's take a look at the series. It started the high snap to Woods. And then
great kick. We've
right
said it
down
before,
the middle.
We are just spoiled in Cedar Falls with the kickers we've had over the years. It's like we got another one.
Well, the first time these two teams met, remember the Tigers got those late 3 points on that fumble recovery by Robin Cook.
And that turns out to be the difference in the game.
Yeah, so it's 19-10. So Tigers get within.
You're definitely in striking range, and you know, down 9, you get touchdown and a field goal.
Well, it gives the team some confidence as well. And I would imagine, Cedar Falls is going to say, hey, we did not play our best first half of the year.
Well, it felt like Kennedy almost had a little more fire than us at the start of the game there, and that can't happen in the playoffs, and they'll get that corrected at halftime. And we always make good adjustments at halftime, so it'll be interesting to see how we come out.
Well, much more scoring here in this first half than the first meeting when Tigers won 17-14. Now Tigers special teams looking to stop. Here's Trevor Scott. This time they wrap him up quickly. 19 seconds to go.
Much better coverage that time. I think it might have been Bacchus on the tackle.
It was. Clock stops. And let's see if Kennedy will just run one play, or that's what I'm assuming. Be comfortable with the 9-point lead. It's Brian White, the head coach for Cougars, working the gum on the sidelines there.
I think he just told the officials he's taking a knee too, so kind of let both teams know so that they don't overexert, have any scrums at the line of scrimmage.
And Gianforte goes to one knee, so the Cougars will take a 9-point lead into halftime in this 5A first-round playoff game as they look sharp. And the Tigers need to make some adjustments here at intermission. So it's a 19-10 lead for the Cougars here at the Unidome. And we'll be back with more right after this. This is Tiger Football on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Addison, did I ever tell you about the time that Ali Faroukmanesh shot a last-second three-pointer to beat Kansas and put UNI into the Sweet 16?
Actually, he made the three-pointer with 34 seconds left. And UNI led nearly the entire game.
How do you know that?
You need to watch more Panther Sports Talk. Watch Panther Sports Talk in HD on CFU's Channel 15.
Right through there.
You have to help her.
Hey, Sam, can you hear me? Looks like an overdose. Do you know what she was taking?
She doesn't do drugs. Her friends don't do drugs.
No, we're just trying to save your daughter's life. Any idea?
Going to the movies, hon. See you later.
Bye, Sam. Sam, wake up!
I really like how we're bigger utility, but we're relatively really small. You know, we cover one town and we focus all our energy into that.
You know, being able to call just down the road, you know you're not talking to some guy in Florida.
And when you call in, you're talking to a person. There's not a long menu to wait and press one. And
nobody's ever left hanging high and dry. You know, it's I'll find you the answer and we'll get it taken care of.
Cedar Falls Utilities wants to keep you and your family's CFU safe with another helpful safety tip. Natural gas is an efficient, safe, and clean-burning fuel used in most local homes and businesses. Since natural gas is colorless and odorless, CFU adds a rotten egg smell to make gas leaks easy to identify. If you smell gas or suspect a leak, leave the building and contact CFU right away. Call us at 319-268-5340 or 911. Cedar Falls Utilities, bringing you the power of safe service.
Underage drinking comes at a cost. What gets crushed when you drink?
We can control our body language, which speaks way louder than words do. Let's get started here. Let's go. Let's have a day.
CFU has a tremendous focus on customer service and establishing that close-knit relationship with the community involvement, and a great emphasis on their employees and taking care of everybody as if they're a family.
My favorite part about my role here is being able to provide excellent service for our customers in the community and build relationships.
There's two things we can control every morning when we wake up. All right, those two things don't take any athletic ability. It's attitude and effort. Let's get started here. Let's go. Let's have a day.
Hey, stay tuned to all of the Tigers athletic action on Channel 15. With the help of the City of Cedar Falls and CFU Cable, this broadcast is produced by Cedar Falls only Channel 15. When you can't make the game in person, catch it on Cedar Falls Community Television. We're at halftime, and it's Cedar Rapids Kennedy leading this 5A first-round playoff game by a count of 19-10. As the Cougars, they came out flying on their opening possession, using short screen passes in an effective ground game, and capping off the drive on this 2-yard run. Trevor Scott finds the end zone. It's a 7-0 lead. Tigers get a great kickoff return by Caden Smith, but a disaster on the next play as Cedar Falls turns the ball over on a fumble as Henry coming in and disrupting everything. And Kennedy got the ball, and poor tackling, and allowed Woods with a strong game. And Pierce McCrary making a catch. There's Cyrus Courtney. He was a big play receiver for Kennedy in that first half. That led to a field goal. It was 10-0 in favor of the Cougars. Tigers got their momentum going as they got a nice 65-yard drive, and capping it off, there's Drake Gelhaus going in from 5 yards out. It was 10-7, 7:49 to go before halftime. But then the Cougars got a good kickoff return, and this is Trevor Scott taking the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. And then it was Cyrus Courtney able to break free from a couple of tacklers, tightrope down the sideline, cuts back, and takes it all the way down to the 2-yard line before Logan Rowe pushes him out of bounds. And that led to this Calvin White 2-yard touchdown run as he muscles his way over for his 12th offensive touchdown of the season. And then a extra point, though, wide right. So it's 16-7. And the Tigers punting, and they pinned the Cougars in deep. But Kennedy able to make a big run from, well, started with Jacob Doyle getting out of that hole, and then Doyle with a 70-yard run as he goes right and then cuts back the other way, and then it's a foot race as the big man lumbers his way down the field. And again, a 70-yard run that leads to the Dylan Augustine 24-yard field goal. It's 19-7. But then the Tigers driving, but picked off. It's Bartles coming up with the huge pick. The second turnover of the game for Cedar Falls. Then a mistake by Kennedy on fourth down, punting late in the first half with just 45 seconds to go. And the Tigers able to tackle the punter Woods. Cedar Falls settles for a career-high 39-yard field goal by Cale Harms to get some momentum going into the locker room. It's 19-10. Kennedy with the advantage here at halftime. And we'll be back with more right after this. This is Tiger Football on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Raise your standards in a new Witham Volkswagen, where you'll find design, comfort, capability, and advanced technology. Turn heads in the new Atlas, where Volkswagen has made a big makeover for a big SUV with both a refreshed interior and exterior. Or the new Volkswagen Taos, offering you performance, efficiency, and value. So find it all in a new Witham Volkswagen.
Everything we do is driven by you.
Good. Good sportsmanship is also showing high character and accountability, doing what is right and setting a good example not only on the court but in the classroom as well.
Meet Linda. Linda just bought a smart home hub and was ecstatic to see her grandkids on their weekly chats. However, this grandma spends most of her time troubleshooting across time zones. Fortunately for Linda, technical support is right down the road. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system and connect all of her devices. Now, Linda can chat with her family and ask about their week instead of her password. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
.62, Coach, 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Experience the Kia difference at Witham Kia. Engineered with purpose and designed to inspire, the groundbreaking Kia lineup of award-winning vehicles offers something for everyone. Like the new Kia Telluride with seating for up to 8, an upscale interior plus advanced technology. Or the new Kia Seltos, offering luxurious seating, intelligent features, and ample passenger room.
Everything we do is driven by you.
I would say what sets us apart is how we treat our customers.
I'm very proud to represent CFU and continue to provide the level of service that's been established by decades of quality service and establishing that trust within the community.
What sets CFU apart is how reliable our service is.
There's two things we can control every morning when we wake up. All right, those two things don't take any athletic ability. It's attitude and effort. Let's get started here. Let's go. Let's have a day.
Experience the Kia difference at Witham Kia. Engineered with purpose and designed to inspire, the groundbreaking Kia lineup of award-winning vehicles offers something for everyone. Like the new Kia Sorento, offering powerful engine options, ample seating and cargo space, and available all-wheel drive. Or the new Kia Sportage, where fun and functional meet so you can take control of any adventure.
Everything we do is driven by you.
Meet Susie.
Hello.
Susie couldn't wait to unwind with her newest thriller novel. Too bad the only villain in this story was her suspect router. Overwhelmed by options and technical jargon, Susie needed to crack the case of the router's riddle. Thankfully for Susie, this mystery is easy to solve. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system to optimize coverage for her home. Now, Susie can get back to playing detective in any room of her house. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Tonight's game brought to you by Cedar Falls Tiger Booster Club. Tiger Booster Club is looking to you for support for Cedar Falls student athletes. Sign up for booster membership online by clicking the Shop Now button on the Cedar Falls Tiger Booster Club Facebook page. Show your support today. 19-10 is our score. Cedar Rapids Kennedy on top here at halftime. Mark Simpson with John Yoakum, the coach. And it's good first half for Kennedy. Cedar Falls not so good, but Tigers over the years we've seen have always seemed to make those adjustments to get them back into the ball game.
Exactly. They always make good adjustments at halftime, and like you said, Kennedy had a great first half, but the Tigers kind of shot themselves in the foot at times with a fumble and a turnover with a pick. And the thing I was impressed with is Kennedy moved the ball so well offensively, and they were balanced. It was like 133 passing and 133 rushing and 114 passing. That's just hard to deal with. And the missed tackles, I felt like, on defense for the Tigers.
Yeah, I thought the Tigers defensively did not wrap up very well in those first two quarters, but give credit to Kennedy. They are running hard. Good crowd here at the Unidome. Drake Gelhaus led the Tigers with 94 yards rushing in that first half. Tigers, 99 yards rushing, 22 yards passing for 111 yards. So Cedar Falls head coach Brad Rammert hoping his team can stage a second half comeback here on the at the Dome. Meanwhile, Brian White, the head coach for Kennedy, hoping Vinny Gianforte can lead Kennedy to their first playoff win over Cedar Falls. We'll be back with the start of the second half right after this. This is Tiger Football on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Shape up at the Cedar Falls Recreation and Fitness Center. Push yourself with high-intensity interval training. Bump it up in our Strength and Cardio Conditioning Center. Fitness classes include yoga, cycling, and TKO kickboxing. It's all included with your membership. We offer morning and early evening childcare. Whatever your fitness level, we have a place for you at the Cedar Falls Recreation and Fitness Center.
Cedar Falls Utilities wants to keep you and your family's CFU safe with another helpful safety tip. When working on your yard, be sure to call 811 before you dig. It's simple, free, and the law. Whether it's inches or feet, you never know for sure what's under that scoop of dirt. So call Iowa One Call at 811. They'll mark all buried utility lines on your property so you can safely dig and prevent a hazardous situation. Cedar Falls Utilities, bringing you the power of safe service.
Welcome back. Cedar Falls Community Television providing you with coverage of this Class 5A first round playoff game. Cedar Falls, Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Another outstanding job by our Cedar Falls Community Television team. They are all conference, all first team this year. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to be Caden Smith taking it to 8. Oh, he's got a running room up the middle. Look at Smith. One man to beat. It's the kicker. Going to the sidelines, trying to chase him down is Augustine, and takes him down inside the 20. What a way to begin the second half.
Another great return there. Big hole with the wedge up the middle. Just like the parting of the seas there. Maybe better to tuck in right behind Gertis and, or was it Gilbert there? Who knows?
Well,
that was a huge play there by Augustine to save the touchdown.
Second time he's prevented Caden Smith from reaching the end zone on a long kickoff return.
If your kicker's your leading tackler on kickoffs, that's not a good sign.
Now the Tigers trying to take advantage of it. In the red zone at the 20. Tate Hermanson as the Tigers work out of the eye. Kai Smith, tight end, going to the left, up the middle. Look at Gelhaus. See, shoots down quickly to the 15. It's Christian Gasper with the tackle from his safety position.
You know, this is what you have to do if you're a safety. If you're going for Gelhaus, you just got to go low. You can't try to tackle high. He just goes for the legs. And
Gasper's the second leading tackler for this Cougars team.
Look like a physical play by him there.
Second down and 5. Again, strong side to the left. Gelhaus, the running back. And flag flies, and that's going to be against Cedar Falls.
A little bit of a flinch there.
So legal procedure. Been a pretty clean first half, though, John. We didn't see the flags come out too often in that first half.
Yep, it's, you know, you want to get off the ball and get your blocks going, and just got a little excited there.
Okay. So the H-back moving just a little bit too soon. So 5 yards picked up on that first down run by Gelhaus. They bring it back to the 20. Logan Rowe, Tigers' big playmaker, split wide to the right. Rowe with 29 catches coming into this ball game. He has 4 touchdown receptions. Here's Gelhaus, and he is brought down by half that defense after a gain of 1. He draws a company. Drake Gelhaus, he's going to have a solid career here at Cedar Falls High School.
You know, you always wonder how many yards could he have piled up if he got those first 3 or 4 games in. But, yeah, definitely a great career.
So now it's a 3rd down and 8. Ball to 18. But Tigers trying to take advantage of that really strong kickoff by Caden Smith. Tigers have struggled throwing the football here in the first half. They're going to run the ball, and nope, does not surprise the Cougars, as there's Owen Anderson coming up with the tackle after a yard, and now it's 4th down, and the Tigers are going to bring out Cale Harms to try another field goal attempt. He converted from 39 yards late in the second quarter. This will be another long kick.
37-yarder. This is big again, you know, it's with their missed extra point, we can get it to a 6-point game if we're able to put this through the uprights.
So 37 yards and plenty of leg.
Looks good.
And he did it again.
Great kick. Man, sophomore Harms, 2 huge kicks. Great snaps, good holds.
So Cale Harms.
Right down Broadway there.
Showing off that bionic leg. It's now 19-13. So Caden Smith with that great play on special teams sets up the Tigers at the 20-yard line.
It's also interesting that Kennedy didn't adjust to that wedge. That wedge has been there in the middle. They need to bring a few more guys in there, but great kick.
So Harms now, how about this? 6 for 6.
Don't jinx him, Mark.
Field goals this year. I'm not superstitious here.
Okay.
He's 33 for 33 on extra points.
Okay. Well, if he doesn't make the next one, you know who I'm blaming.
9:29 remaining here in the third quarter. I am knocking on wood big time right now. Harms will kick off. Now, Caden Smith's had a couple good returns for Cedar Falls, but Trevor Scott has been had some good returns as well here
the kick
for
return
Kennedy.
teams have done well.
Scott averaging 24 yards a kick. They go deep, and then Scott's going to get a chance at the 11, 20, and comes out of a hole and takes it all the way up to the 37. I get nervous every time he has the football in his hands.
You know, when they kick that one out of bounds, that's starting to seem like a good idea at this point. You can tell he's a running back with the patience he had there to let the blocks set up.
5'9", 185 pounds. He is solid. So we can put the ball at the 36-yard line. And now, here comes Kennedy. He scored on every possession in that first half.
Except for the punt and the kneel down.
Yeah. And they're going to run the ball, and Tigers get to Doyle quickly. There's Lageschulte. He's had a good first half, and Doyle a little slow getting up. And he's going to...
That's one of those ones that looks like Lageschulte kind of rolled down his leg, and maybe his leg kind of got pinned underneath of him there.
He's trying to walk it off. Andrew Lageschulte missed most of his junior season. He got
Shoulder
injured.
Injury. He had a great senior season.
5'11", 247 pounds. To second down and 11. Gianforti looking to throw. And he's going to be chased and just throws it away. As Ian Bonenkamp was in his vicinity. They were looking for Courtney. They faked throwing a screen pass, and then he took off, but just did not develop.
This second half just feels different already. You know, Tigers look better defensively here. They had everything covered up there, and big third down here.
3rd and 11. This will be a big confidence boost for this defense if they can get off the field here.
Got to watch McCreary at the top of the key here, the top of the screen here.
Back to pass, under pressure, and Gianforti goes down. And there's Drew Campbell picking up his 4th sack of the season.
That's one of the first times we were able to pin our ears back and just go, and two future Hawkeyes going at it there, and senior gets the best of the junior.
Drew Campbell.
It's just too fast for him.
He is.
And he's so strong.
Yeah.
He uses his arms as levers to get the space he needs, and he's just too fast.
He is as good as any Tiger defensive lineman I have seen. So last time was a high snap to Woods. This time it's a good one. It's short kick, fair catch made at the 44-yard line by Logan Rowe.
You know, it looked like the Tigers were trying to go for the block there. So that's one of those, if you're the returner, you just take a fair catch because you don't have much set up for blockers there. But great field position here for the Tigers. Let's get that offense going.
So it looks like Big Mo starting to go over to the Cedar Falls side right now. Tiger offense. Touchdown and a pair of field goals. One of those field goals coming here early in this third quarter. And now they're only down by 6. Tate Hermanson. Pitch to his right. Gelhaus looking for the block. Cuts it inside. And a good tackle made. It looked like Gelhaus was going to get a lot more out of that play, but B.J. Henry, the linebacker, able to chase him down.
Well, Anderson does a good job of forcing two blockers to take him on, which allowed Henry to make the play.
Still a good gain of 6 yards. 2nd down and 4. Over 100 yards rushing now for Drew Gelhaus.
Drake
Gelhaus, correction. Used to all the other Drews on this team. Campbell, Curtis. And big running. Wow, look at Gelhaus explode. Takes it all the way to the 39-yard line. That offensive line of Jake Peters, Connor Best, Ty Koltoff, Hayden Bishop, Will Tompkins, Kai Smith.
You know, on that play, Connor Best was the pulling guard there, and just a big seam for Gelhaus to run through, and he knows what to do with it.
1st and 10, the ball at the 39. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tigers trying to tie it up. And Hermanson. Oh, a little. Here's Will Revert running the ball. Revert taking the ball down inside the 10. Dives to the
Down to about
pylon.
the 1.
Are they going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 5? Look at that little shovel pass almost.
That'd be interesting to see the replay on that. That was close.
Look at
Good
that.
design there, though. Make it look like an option to the right and a little flip to run around the reverse.
Oh, the sophomore. Where did he go? Up.
Good call.
Referee on it. Ball at the 5. First and goal for the Tigers. Strong side left. Hermanson. Gelhaus. Down to the 2. Second and goal coming up.
I think you're going to see Gelhaus at least 2 more times here.
6:31 to go here in the third as the Tigers trying to battle back. They were down 19-7. Now it's 19-13 after a pair of field goals from Cale Harms.
We've been saying this about him for 2 years, but he always kind of finishes forward. Get him to the 1 and he'll do the rest.
Fuchman using him as a fullback. Oh, just as he gets a snap, a flag comes out.
That
Legal
hurts.
procedure against Cedar Falls. Now it's a second penalty in this second half against the Tigers. Oh, that looked like 6 coming.
I didn't see it. Maybe people didn't get set long enough. I don't know, but.
Watch Jake Peters, the left tackle. Did he lean? Yep, a little lean there.
It's some pretty good camera work there, Mark. I didn't see it at all.
Tell you what, we're first team all conference. Is Cedar Falls Community Television crew here. Now the ball back to the 7. Oh, they fake it to Gelhaus.
Oh,
throw
held him.
inside.
How's that not interference?
Oh, wow. That looked like all over him that time was Pierce McCrary on the receiver.
He had his right arm looked like it was being held.
So they try to find Logan Rowe. Goes incomplete. Maybe not quite as bad as I thought.
No, it looked. It
kind of pushed him.
His left arm is holding his right arm. Can't get it out there.
Tigers trying to find that end zone. They don't want to settle for another 3. And Hermanson's going to throw it, looking for Corbett.
Oh, he just got tackled.
Oh, no, there the late flag comes out. That's going to be pass interference. And upset about that. Look at Brian White, the head coach. He is down there. He's at the 11-yard line.
Well, he's saying the guy that's right in front of the pylon is the guy that should be calling it, not the guy from the goalpost. But the guy from the goalpost can watch the defensive back Courtney run right through Corbett.
I think it was a correct call. It looked like they brought down Corbett. I think just upset on what official called that.
See, he said, how does he call that when it's the guy underneath the goalpost that calls it?
Wow, you could fry an egg on his forehead right now. He is livid.
Well, it's such a big play. Now you got to tackle Gelhaus 2 or 3 more times from the 3 or 4 yard line. And I understand what he's saying. He's saying, how could the guy not call it that's right on the goal line? But that's why you work together as an officiating crew. Maybe somebody else sees it differently.
So now it's a first down.
It should be first down.
It's first and goal from the 4. Maybe we could see that one more time. It's Cade Corbett.
The stick man's got to get it changed. It still says 3, and that can confuse people. But
Tigers,
Rowe,
they're going to keep the ball, and that's Logan Rowe, Wildcat, takes it down to the 2.
They got to get the stick man right because it says 4th down. It's well, one official said it's 4th there, but I guess it is 4th. But I thought it'd be an automatic first down on a pass interference.
That was my assumption as well. So now it's
got to be 4th down because they're kicking the
field goal unit is out there. Cale Harms will try for his 3rd field goal of this bowl game. 20-yarder, no problem. Well,
obviously I don't understand the rules the same as college or NFL, but pass interference must not be an automatic first down.
John, I thought it would be a first down as well. That was with the coverage. Or was Cyrus Courtney.
I mean, obviously they would know the rules better than I would, but.
Well, how about Cale Harms? What a.
There's people asking questions to the officials how it's not a first down, but. It should at least be a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, he is still livid about that. And he is pacing the sideline. And now he's working at the field official here. He's got to.
I think
Brian White's got to try to control himself somewhat. He's going to get penalized here.
Mark, you asked me off air about me wanting to be an official. I don't think so. After that, you want to do that? Oh man. The thing is, we're still getting the field goal there anyways. I don't know why he's so upset about it.
So the Tigers pull within 3, 19-16. Kickoff, and Tigers get to the up man right about the 35-yard line. Well, if you're Brad Remmert, how frustrated are you? The Tigers have been in the red zone now 3 times and only come out with 9 points out of that.
You got to feel good that the defense has settled in and gotten a few stops in a row. Yeah, you'd love touchdowns in those 2 drives, but you're a field goal away from tying it. Momentum is definitely on the Tigers' side here, so just got to keep playing.
So that nice play from Will Remmert. Stopped at the 5-yard line when he stepped out of bounds. The Tigers unable to get in the end zone. So it's Cougar defense. They have penned, but not broke. There's a first down run up the middle. And first carry of the ball game. That's Braden Albert.
Well, it looked like on the previous series, Doyle kind of got dinged up there, rolled up on.
Albert in at fullback. Now they're going to run this running back.
Campbell swallows him up there at the end.
Powers forward for a couple yards to bring up a
3rd and 2.
Yeah, 3rd down and 2. Apologize for the confusion. We thought that would have been a first down after that pass interference.
I was getting upset at the stick guy, and he was right, I guess.
He's saying, settle down, Yoakum.
Yeah.
3:49 shows on the clock here. Cougars led 19-10 at halftime. It's now 19-16. 3rd down and 2 under center. Gianforte. Up the middle, another first down as they follow that big offensive line. First down run up to midfield. Trevor Scott doesn't want to see his career end the night. The senior picks up the needed yardage.
Just enough to get that first down and keep the drive going.
And Kennedy, they have Nick Brooks, 6'8", 325 pounds at 1 tackle. Logan Johnson, the other tackle, 6'1", 270.
Counter.
A lot of beef. And this is Scott following that massive offensive line. Takes it into Tiger territory at the 48. There's Lagus Schulte with another stop.
That's got to be one of the scariest counter plays of all time. Brooks is one of the guys pulling through that hole.
But Brooks, when he was warming up, he has like a white shoe and a black shoe on. I thought he had like I was like,
the
where's
spackle, like the tape on the.
I was like, where's his? Why is he wearing a sock out there?
Some people write left and right on their shoes. He just goes white and black.
Gianforte gives it off to Scott, and the Tiger defense. Well, they had him initially. Great second effort. He refuses to go down, bring up another 3rd and short again.
You know, Coach Remmert is motioning for a procedure penalty here because it looked like Kennedy got a head start on that play. That little flinch that we got called for with Jake Peters, I think they did the same thing.
It's 3rd down and 3. Ball at the 45. Big play. Boy, it's the Tiger defense trying to stop Kennedy. They quickly line up, play clock down to 9 seconds. And they go with Scott right up the middle. Another first down as he submarines his way. I mentioned about Logan Johnson and Nick Brooks, their tackles, and their guards, Austin Rave. He's 6 foot, 225 pounds. The other guard, Mosier, 6'4", 270. Then you have the center, Braylon Edwards, 6'3", 300.
It appears that Kennedy said, if you can't stop power for 4 or 5 yards, we're just going to keep pounding it.
Now they're going to line up the wide receiver, Grant Mather, top of the field. McCrary and Courtney near side. Now they're going to throw near side. Here comes Cyrus Courtney. Courtney, big collision as he runs over Nolan Plaguey. And is getting physical, the big wideout for the Cougars. Look at the end of the play here.
It's almost leading with your helmet. I mean, that could almost be a penalty.
Ball now at the Tiger 34-yard line. Kennedy trying to get the momentum back on their side here after the Tigers coming up with a big kickoff return by Caden Smith, and then that long run by Will Remmer, leading to field goals for Cedar Falls. Gianforte, look at Scott banging his way forward. And that's another first down.
Kennedy's just using motion there to get numbers on their side. You're not just trying to overload with the wide receiver to get an extra blocker on that side.
Ball now at the 24. So the Cougars just hammering Cedar Falls right now with their battering ram of Trevor Scott.
Really need a negative play here for the Tigers to get in a better situation.
And we go with the fullback, and this is Alberts again, and he's tripped up, short gain. Braden Albert and grabs 2 or 3 yards, and that might be the last play of the third quarter.
That's interesting. The line judge by the Cedar Falls sideline had it marked a yard farther back at about the 23 instead of the 22.
I think they're going to run out the clock. So it's going to be a 3-point lead for Cedar Rapids Kennedy going into the fourth. They're on the move, though. And we'll be back with more right after this. This is Tiger Football on Cedar Falls Community Television. Good ball game here at the Dome in this 5A first round playoff game. So much on the line. Both teams battling, keep their seasons alive. 19-16. Kennedy holding on to a 3-point lead, and the Cougars have a good drive going, primarily on the ground. They have dashed Cedar Falls, and now facing a 2nd down and 8. Just outside the red zone. They're at the Tiger 22-yard line. There you saw the winner of this game will take on the winner between Southeast Polk and Linmar. Passing situation,
They've been throwing this to Courtney previously.
And they fake the throw, and now under pressure, Gianforte throws it down the field. Oh, wide open! Ms. McCrary makes the catch and the touchdown. Looked like it was a broken play, and it turns out to be a 22-yard scoring strike.
Well, they had pressure on him here. This is all Gianforte. Makes a good play to make the first guy miss, and what a throw on the run. Right on the money. McCrary just keeps running. You know, we thought we were going to Courtney there. That's what they've been doing, and then We lost McCurry over the backside there, and great pass by Gianforte.
First play of the fourth quarter, a 22-yard touchdown play. Augustine's extra point is good, and that back to a 10-point lead are the Cougars, as they put together a very good drive after the Tigers had cut the lead to 3. Look at Gianforte. That's a junior quarterback coming in with now throwing his 25th touchdown pass of the year. You know, the first time they played, I was really impressed with that Pierce McCrary. I remember he made that one catch inside the 10. He just made about 3 Tigers miss.
Right there, he just spun around and made a few guys miss and go, but those plays where it breaks down and improvises. If you got a quarterback that can throw on the run and keep his eyes downfield, big play there for Kennedy.
And now
I think they're discussing where to kick the ball right now.
Yeah, Caden Smith has had 2 long kickoff returns. Augustine talking to Coach Brian White. I did shank one kick in the first half. There's Caden Smith.
I don't think they're going to kick it to him.
It's going to be line drive, and be taken at the 20. Running up the middle. Is that Rowe?
Yep.
Logan Rowe all the way up to the 35. And so Cedar Falls needing points here. We're in the final quarter. It's now 26-16. Cedar Rapids Kennedy on top.
The way that Kennedy ran the football on that last drive, I almost feel like you have to get points on this drive. I don't think we're going to get it 2 more times after this.
The pressure on this Tiger offense. Looking for some success through the air. Tigers have struggled passing tonight. Hermanson barking out signals. And they'll give it to Gelhaus. He's been the offense for the Tigers and only gains a yard.
This guy got bottled up there, not a lot of room to run.
Cedar Falls started the year 1-2 and then came on, winning 5 of their last 6 games, including a 17-14 victory over Kennedy when they were ranked number 3 in the state. That was Tigers' most satisfying victory of the season. Now Kennedy trying to get revenge here in the playoffs. There's the Tigers' schedule. Cedar Falls finishing the year with that victory at Davenport West last Friday night. Will Remmert in motion. They run the jet sweep. Oh, reverse. Here's Logan Rowe looking for a block.
That's
and he's
Smith.
Excuse me, Smith. Yes, it is. Caden Smith, correction, as he's pushed out of bounds. A first down run. Well, Tate Hermanson helping the spring with a good block here. Watch, there he is. Hermanson at the end of that play.
Good athlete on the edge there.
Caden Smith, what a game he's had tonight. It's his 4th carry of the season. Tigers going for the home run ball, but again, it's overthrown. Looking for Corbett. Just needs a little bit, loft that a little bit more. Little error on that throw.
Yeah, just overshot him by a little bit there.
Yeah, twice they've.
But I like the idea, though, you know.
Yep.
You're going to have to take some shots if you're the Tigers.
Well, it's 2nd down and 10. The ball at the 49 as the Tigers throw on first down. Now they go to the eye. That big offensive line for the Tigers trying to spring Drake Gelhaus. Pitch to the right. Here comes Drake. Cuts up across the 50 and to the 45-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and 4.
They've had a lot of success running that toss play to the weak side. Looks like they're probably overloading the strong side and getting good numbers there on the edge. And Drake's making them pay.
Tigers making their 34th all-time playoff appearance, looking for their 47th win in the playoffs in school history. 3rd down and 4. Counter. Galhouse.
Big hole.
Running room. Across the 35, all the way down to the 30. First down run of 15 yards for Drake Galhouse, having another monster night.
How was the hole that big? Man. If your first guy's making contact with Gilhouse 10, 15 yards downfield, that's not a good recipe.
Just under 10 minutes to go. Cedar Falls down by 10. Needing points. Stay in this ball game. Hermanson going to give it right back to Galhouse. Counter the other way. And Drake will find about a 6-yard pickup. Tigers 4-0 against Kennedy in the playoffs. Coming into this game.
Yeah, the other thing that's been big in this game is the red zone possessions, where we've had a really hard time getting in the end zone, and it's kind of why we're in the situation we're in right now.
9:15 shows on the clock. It's a 2nd down and 4 coming up for Cedar Falls after that 6-yard carry by Galhouse. Going to run the option. Pitch out. Here's Galhouse getting chased down. Good defense that time. And there's Christian Gasper.
3rd and about 3.
I don't know if Tate maybe pitched a little bit too soon on
yeah,
that.
you want to draw him in a little bit
Yeah.
more, but can't go too long or you're going to have to keep it yourself.
Now, this is 4-down territory. It's 3rd and 3 coming up for Cedar Falls.
Not necessarily. Get a field goal, get down 6.
Gelhaus.
Good run.
1st down, carry. So he picks up 4. And Cedar Falls moves the chains. So inside the red zone are the Tigers again. 18 remaining.
You can see they're playing with a little more pace. They're running plays in a little bit quicker. Your time is starting to become a factor.
Kennedy, last time they had the football, they just kept it on the ground. They did throw that one short pass to Courtney, but...
And then the big one for the touchdown.
Correct, as they were able to now open up a double-digit lead. They fake the jet sweep. Hermanson rolling right under pressure, and he's going to wisely throw it away. Calvin White, middle linebacker, giving chase on Hermanson. 2nd down and 10.
Good coverage there by Kennedy.
First time they met. Hermanson had a pair of touchdown passes, 15 yards to Corbett and 12 to Logan Rowe. Both passes were perfectly executed. So they really stack things up on the right side. They run the counter, and Gelhaus carrying a tackler is going to be just short of the 1st down. Another critical 3rd down and short coming up.
So they're trying to make them think the strong side's the right side by stacking Smith, then running that counter to the weak side, and big game by Gelhaus again.
Great strategy by Brad Remmert and his staff. Coach Remmert guiding the Tigers to the playoffs for the 18th time in his 19-year career. 3rd and 1. Kennedy shifts over to the right. Tigers run the opposite way. Look at Gelhaus down all the way to the 2. Tigers smelling the end zone here. It's going to be a 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
Big hole again. The offensive line's really starting to move some people. Love to see them punch it in here.
First time these two teams met, it was a defensive
struggle. Now it's shootout.
So the Tigers desperately trying to get that ball in the end zone. And they're going to run up the middle. It's Filkman, and he scores his first touchdown of the season here in the playoffs. Give him 6.
Good job there. That offensive line really is moving some people up front. Just what the Tigers needed.
What a game here, 26-22. Harms will try the extra point. Corin Fuchman, extra point, good.
All right, Mark, we'll let you go on the kicker jinx. We got past that. Well, it's gonna, defense has been our strength all year. Can we find a way to get a stop and get the ball back? Kennedy has to love the way that they're running the ball, but the Tigers also have to love the way that they were running the ball. So we got to find a way to get that ball back.
And I think the most pressing concern right now for Cedar Falls was that kickoff coverage here, as it has been. Trevor Scott has had a couple good returns here for Kennedy.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because nobody wants to kick it to anybody deep on the other team, and I'm sure both teams have had good coverage throughout the year. It's just the returnmen have been special today. So,
and Cale Harms did not start the year as the kickoff man. It was Ethan Beneke, but then when Beneke was also the Tigers' tight end, went down with an injury, Harms came in to do the kickoff duties. And now, well, Tigers were down at one point, 19-7. They have pulled within 3 here. 6:40 to go here. It's going to be a short kick and taken at the 29.
Rip it out.
Ooh. Big man.
Coonrod's trying to rip that ball out. Tigers, they got to go for the football at times here. If you get them stood up, you got to go for the football.
There's Rex Preston with the return. And now, well, the pressure on the Tiger defense.
Colin just grabs onto that football and is trying to rip it out of there. Seems like when Kennedy is able to get a good play on first down, we just have such a hard time stopping them from getting that first down. We got to get a good play here.
Yeah, just got to get them off schedule here. Here comes that Cougar offense. They'll have Ben Sapusik split wide to the right. There's McCrary, caught that touchdown pass last time they had the football. 1st and 10, and Doyle's, they get him at the line of scrimmage. As the Tiger defense coming through on first down. Is that Lageschulte again? Yes, it is. What a game he has played from his defensive tackle position.
And I think anytime they need to here, you might see Jake Peters on that defensive line too. He's kind of a as-needed guy on that defensive line.
I just feel like this is a huge possession for both teams. Tigers desperately want to get that ball back. Under 6 minutes to go in the game. It's now a 2nd down and 9. And Gianforte's going to throw. Pumps fake, throws to the sidelines, picked off!
Oh, he dropped it.
Oh,
he had it.
Nolan Plagge could not bring the ball in. He had both hands on it, but he could not bring it in. Watch it again.
Good. That's good defense by Courtney, honestly.
Cyrus Courtney had to play DB, and
he probably had the play of the game right there. Plagge had it.
So it's 3rd down and 9. The ball at the 34.
Got to watch McCreary here for Kennedy and Campbell here for the Tigers. See if he can get some pressure on the quarterback.
Gianforte. Zadone getting loud, looking to his left, throws it. It's going to be caught by Harris. Couple Tigers on him immediately. He'll be well short of the first down. Devarian Harris makes the catch. It's Drew Gertis and company with the stop, and now it's 4th and 4.
Great job of keeping them in front.
Well, again, remember late in the first half, it was a bad snap to Nick Woods when he was punting, and the Tigers were able to tackle him. Can the Tigers get another break again?
Just no penalties here.
Play clock down to 7. Good snap. Tigers get a good rush. High kick, fair catch by Smith. So with 5:02 remaining in the game, Cedar Falls has the ball at their own 29-yard line. All 3 timeouts remaining. Down by 3.
When you're a little kid, Mark, this is the stuff you dream about. If you're a kid in the backyard with your friends as seniors in the playoffs, having a chance to drive down the field with 5 minutes left to win the game. We'll see what the Tigers can do here.
Tigers had a really nice drive last time as they marched down the field. Finished up by that 2-yard run by Corin Fuchman. First and 10. Hermanson, quarterback for the Tigers, under center. Pitch to the left. Gelhaus looking for running room, can't find it. Good pursuit, and he's brought down after a gain of just 1.
Yeah, Calvin White there. Great play there. Good pursuit by the linebacker.
Now, Calvin White's older brother, Max White, might remember him. He scored for the Iowa Hawkeyes this year. Remember that touchdown against Western Michigan late in the ball game?
I didn't see that one.
No, and he really got the crowd going crazy. Oh, under pressure, Hermanson avoids the sack, throws it, and was it picked off? Courtney makes the pick, or was he out of bounds?
Officials saying incomplete, hit the ground.
Incomplete.
You thought Coach White was upset before.
That was right in front of the Cougars sidelines. You're going to have to see this again. I thought Hermanson was trying to throw the ball away.
Well, Courtney ran right through. Rowe kind of stops, and Courtney runs right through.
And I can't see from there. Maybe from this angle. Hermanson does a nice job avoiding the sack. And
he might have landed out of bounds. I don't know, but fortunate for the Tigers either way. 3rd down and long here.
3rd and 9. Tigers
screen.
Oh, they run to the near side, making the catch, and Gelhaus has running room. Can he get the block? He does!
Gelhaus is going to go! He's going to go!
20, 15, 10, give him 6! Tigers take the lead with 4:04 remaining.
The Kennedy linebacker tries to make the play on Gelhaus before he gets the ball, and once he gets it, he had a convoy out in front of him. Looked like Connor Best, I believe.
70 yards.
Connor Best. The defensive back's got to deal with Connor Best. Drake does a great job of setting him up. What a play for the Tigers. Drake almost runs out of gas there, but what a play.
Extra point on the way, and perfect.
Well, now that play with Courtney potentially picking that off makes it even bigger, but
look at this. There's the catch. The linebacker gambles and misses, and then Gelhaus turns on the afterburners.
That's the other thing I was going to say. Gelhaus is faster than you think. You know, he's a big, powerful back, but he's got the speed to run away from people too. And crazy game, Mark. This has been awesome.
30-26. Still a lot of time remaining. Cougars with all 3 interceptions. And you know what? I saw that replay. I thought Courtney made the interception.
It was close. It's was he rolling out of bounds when he caught it? Did he touch out of bounds before he did it? But that would have been reviewed by the booth if it was the NFL.
There's the play, the throw, and I thought Courtney makes it just a terrific defensive play. He
gets a knee down.
Is his elbow maybe out? It's hard to tell. Boy, the ref was right on that. Look he is right in front of them, so much better vantage point than we'd have.
Think about the guts it takes to make that call in the middle of all the Kennedy players and coaches. But
well, now the Tigers their first lead of the night. Now it's a short kick, bounces on the ground, picked up after the hop, and here he comes. Scott with a good return again. Thought he might break down another one as he takes it to the 36.
Remember Jake Holstein used to bomb those into the end zone? It'd be nice to have one of those right about now.
Well, here we go. That explosive Kennedy offense.
I feel like most of the second half, though, they've been trying to just kind of grind it on the ground, so it'd be interesting to see how this changes gears here to be more attack mode.
Those dangerous playmakers they have with Pierce McCrary, Cyrus Courtney and company, Devarian Harris. Now the Tiger fans making noise here at the Dome. Gianforte threw a couple picks the first time these two teams met. Airs it out to Woods. Tigers bring them down after a gain of 4. 2nd down and 4. Last time these two teams met, Tigers were able to stop the Cougars on a critical 4th down late, deep in Tiger territory.
The other big key is they got to get a touchdown. Field goal does them no good, so it's 4 down territory no matter what.
Harris and Courtney, top of the field.
Quarterback keeper.
And Gianforte be brought down hard by Lagaschulte. Just shy of the 1st down. It'll be a 3rd and a couple.
Looks like they're bringing in kind of a bigger package here. I'd expect to see them run the ball.
Clock continues to move. 3:09 to go in the game. Tigers leading by 4, 30-26. Terrific high school football playoff matchup here at the Dome. Gianforte under center. They're going to run the ball. It's a 1st down. Carry for Trevor Scott. Takes it to midfield. Stops the clock. 2:51 to go.
Just to reset the chains, and then it'll go.
Now the clock's moving. Tiger defense trying to come up with that stop. Maybe force a turnover. Again, as John mentioned, with the 4-point lead, Kennedy needs a touchdown. They fake the screen over the middle, picked off! Gianforte throws it right into the hands, and coming up with the interception is Gertis.
Get down, get down. Don't fumble it.
Drew Gertis, his 3rd pick of the season, and that might clinch it.
They still got 3 timeouts, so we're going to need a 1st down here, but the way the offensive line has been playing, let Gelhaus get us a 1st down here, get some holes opened up for him. But what a play by Gertis here. Once he reads pass, as a linebacker, you're taught to get depth. He gets depth and steps right in front of that pass to McCreary.
My first thought was go down.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, mercy. What a play as the Tigers get that turnover.
Well, you know Kennedy's going to have to sell out here to stop the run, but you have to run here if you're the Tigers, I believe. You got to.
Tigers have to line up quickly. Play clock down to 4.
Get set.
1st and 10.
Timeout.
And Cedar Falls going to use a timeout.
You know, I like that by Coach Remmer. That's when you fumble the ball. That's when you have a bad snap. That's when something goes wrong. You've got the timeouts. Just use them.
2 minutes, 19 seconds remaining. And now Cedar Falls, boy, John, do they need a time? I mean, just 1 1st down in this situation?
I think a 1st down would do it probably, but you know, I think you're going to see Gelhaus get the ball, and he's going to cover it with 2 hands, put his shoulders down, and just get what he can. I would not expect to see the ball carriers be loose with the football here.
When the Tigers went down 19-7, I thought this might be a long night.
Well, and I also thought with those first 2 possessions in the 2nd half, we weren't able to get touchdowns. It's great to get field goals, but that's why you always keep battling. You know, you keep fighting, and good things happen.
Trying to make their way into the quarterfinals is CF, but 2:20 still to play. And remember, the Cougars have all 3 timeouts remaining. Tigers pack it in tight to the right. Will they run that counter again? Hang on to the football. They're going to go with who else? Gelhaus.
Oh, no, it's Bacchus.
Oh, look at Ben
Big
Bacchus.
hole. Get down.
30. Oh, and he explodes his first carry of the game. Bacchus coming in this pressure situation, and it's a 1st down run.
I wonder if Gelhaus is hurt or. Oh, here he comes.
Wow, what a play.
He could be tired too, Mark. He just ran 70 yards on a screen pass, but
so here's
that shocked me.
Ben Bacchus, 39th carry of the year, and he
that's a big one.
Picks up the 1st down.
Here's where you want to make sure you use all the time you can. Hermanson's doing a good job of looking at the clock, waiting to get in there.
Minute 45. Play clock down to 5, 4, 3. They will hike it. Gelhaus back in the game. Falls forward. Now Kennedy calls a timeout with a minute 37 to go. 2nd down and 8 coming up here. As Cedar Falls trying to grab a 1st down and clinch this game and work their way into the next round of the playoffs.
You know, I know if they get might be interesting here in a couple plays, Mark, if it gets to 4th down. I would consider just going for it and make them use their timeouts, run the clock down and make them drive the length of the field. The reason I say that is it's easier to block a kick, like a field goal or some kind of special teams play. It'd be nice if we just get a 1st down and it's over with, but it'd be interesting.
Tigers 14-1 against Kennedy here at the Dome over the years. Again, it's been the house of horrors for Kennedy. I say that as we approach Halloween. And the Tigers down 19-7. A battle back, taking the lead 30-26. Now 2nd down and 8. Again, protect the football. Drake Gelhaus gets some running room. First down.
That's Gertis. That's Gertis.
Drew Gertis.
Get down.
Correction. And he'll take it inside to the 4. Gertis, who had that big interception just moments ago. He says, feed me, baby, as he takes it all the way inside the 5.
Coach White's taking his headset off, and battery pack is packed away. I didn't even see him. They're not even calling a timeout here.
Minute 21 to go. Yeah, I'm surprised they did not call a timeout here.
Well, I mean, I think you take timeouts and try to make them run it and try to force a fumble or be physical with the football, but maybe he thinks time-wise he doesn't have enough. And
now to the Tigers, do they try to score a touchdown here?
I don't know. I'd feel more safe taking a knee, but you never know.
We'll see if the Tigers
delay a game.
Okay, I guess that really doesn't hurt at this situation, because I think, like you, John, that time is more important right now.
Exactly.
Eat as much clock as possible.
Well, if they use two timeouts.
Was that a timeout?
No, it was a delay game.
Okay, because I saw all the Tigers going towards the sideline there.
But Kennedy has 2 timeouts, so we could run about 40, 45 seconds off, potentially. So if we went for it on 4th down, they'd have about 15 seconds to go 90, 95 yards.
So it's 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
Yep. Gertis is gassed, too.
Looks like the Tigers, I thought they might be going to victory formation. Nope, they'll just run a quarterback sneak. Hermanson to the 6.
Is that Jalen Hurts out there? Oh, no, it's Hermanson.
Well, they haven't called the timeout. I'm shocked by this.
They're just letting it go, which surprises me. I think they're going to potentially give the officials an earful. Yeah, I am surprised they didn't call timeout either.
Wow, this really surprises me that they're not using their timeouts. And Tigers are just going to run out the clock here. They're just.
Or maybe they'll wait till 2nd or 3rd down, but the victory formation looks like now.
Oh, they're waving the white flag after that long run by Gertis. Well, Hermanson takes a step back, goes to one knee, and that's going to do it. Wow, the Tigers.
What a game, Marcus.
Come from behind to win 30-26 and beat Kennedy for the 2nd time this season. Tigers will play Southeast Polk in the quarterfinals. Wow.
That's one of the more exciting games I've ever been a part of, Mark.
What a game between Cedar Falls and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. I see Cyrus Courtney talking with the official, and that big play where it looked like he may have picked it off right before this, our play of the game, the 70-yard screen pass. And Drake Gelhaus takes it to the house. And that proves to be the winning touchdown as Cedar Falls rallies here at the Unidome. Hey, they weren't going to leave the Dome one more time without a victory.
Oh, man, what a night for the Tigers. What a win. I wouldn't sleep tonight if I'm Coach Rimmer and that coaching staff. I'm so excited. What a crazy game. Thanks for having me.
Cedar Falls 7-3. They'll take on top seed, the Rams of Southeast Polk, next in the quarterfinals. Survive and advance.
We'll take it.
Wow, what a game, and a great broadcast by our Cedar Falls Community Television crew as always. Hope you enjoyed this one. How couldn't you? Wow, for the coach, John Yoakum, I'm Mark Simpson, and you've been watching Tiger Football on Cedar Falls Community Television.